Hi there, this is Jennifer. I used to be known as the Ohio Gardener, but now I'm just, I guess, Dragoon. And so on Friday, I recorded and put out a video on my microgreens that I started with my kids. Right now I got my kids in another room. They're being quiet. We're going with it. So as I promised, I said I'd update you on the progress we're doing. One is still in the cupboard. I made a little bit of a mistake. I put paper towels on it, and then I took the plastic lid that the container comes with, flipped it upside down, and put it so it would sit inside the container and press on it. Apparently, it has been too moist for the seeds to germinate or push up or anything. So I have taken I had my other two metal containers off on sitting on top of it. So I've taken those off, and I'm just going to see if over the next few days, if they start sprouting up and growing, because along the edges where it's dried out a bit, they're starting to pop up. So I took it off. I'm going to leave them in a few more days, see what happens. But the other ones have done awesome. So I'd like to show you what I got so far. These are the broccoli. As you can see, they're propped up pretty high in all this. These I might put back in the cupboard for a couple days so they get a little bit higher, because you want them high enough so that when you go to harvest them, you can snip them off with your scissors. So these need to be a little bit taller. But these are doing great. You can see inside there. And no, that is not mold. Yeah, that's not mold. That's the fibers that are coming off the roots. It's root hairs. So that's what those are. But yeah, as you can see, they're growing great. They're pushing up there. They're all nice and happy. So that is the broccoli I started, which is yummy. And these are ready to go in the windowsill. These are the radish seeds. As you can see, they're growing really good. I love these things. I'm not a big fan of like radishes out of the garden, but radish microgreens, I love them. They're yummy. Like I said, these are tall enough. They'll keep growing pretty much. I could probably put these back in the cupboard for another day or two, but I think these are tall enough. I'm going to go ahead and put them in the windowsill so they can start greening up. It's only going to take them a couple days to green up, so what I'm going to do is put them in the windowsill, let them green up, and then I'll take scissors and show you how I harvest them when it's time to harvest. But yeah, these are doing great. These were the Mountain House radish seeds I had, I believe. I don't have the bag with me. I'm sorry. But if you go back and watch the first video, I tell you what these were. Excuse me a sec. Had to cough. But yeah, these are doing great. I think these are daikon radish. But they're really tender. They're not spicy at all. They're growing really good, and they're doing good. The next thing I have is the cat grass. And like these, it's doing super, but I need to take the lid off, because this stuff is at the stage where I can put it in the window. It does not matter if it gets really tall or not, because, okay, there's a little mold in this because it got a little too humid, but it's for the cats. Once I put it in the windowsill, it'll dry up. It'll be fine. But this is how this looks. That's called too much moisture. But if I leave the lid off and all that for a couple days, it'll be fine. It'll probably be okay. But this is for the cats. This will grow up really tall and green up nicely, and the kitties will chew on it. And the funny thing is, the first time I ever grew this for our cat Fluffy, at the time we didn't have the other two. But the first time I grew this for Fluffy, I grew it in one of these little pans. I took it in there and I sat down by his food dish. He jumped about a foot off the floor looking at it like, what the heck is this? And then later on he started chewing on it and going crazy like it's catnip. So this is going to be for the kitties. This is so they can get their greens and all that. They'll love this. They'll lay on it and everything else. So this is going to be for them. I just need to put it in the windowsill. But I wanted to show you an update on how this is going. I apologize for any noises from the other room, but I have 3 kids. So this is how this is doing. nice and happy and doing good. And I figured since I was making a video, and I do yarn videos also, and I show what I buy, so I figured I figured other gardeners might like to see what seeds I was buying this time of year. Which I really don't need to buy seeds, but onion seeds are the only seeds I have found where you gotta use them that year. Otherwise, they won't come up. That and carrots for some reason. I don't know. Of course, I never have very much luck with carrots to begin with, so I try. They just don't like me unless I grow them in a bucket. So, the onion seeds I'm trying this year are, I'll save that one for last, I'll explain later, is I went to Baker Creek Seeds. I really love them. They usually send me a free packet of seeds, which they sent me one this year too. But I grew it / had it last year. I liked it, but I decided to give it to my mother-in-law, and she was more than happy to take it. So she loves the garden. She does a much better job than I do. I have only come close to her 1 year in a row. 1 year. I don't know. Well, I do know what I did that year. I'm doing it this year, so we'll go with it. But anyway, the first one I got is onion Australian brown. This is a good storage onion. It's just basically an all-purpose onion I'm going to try. I've never grown this variety, so it'll be interesting to see how this does. Then the next one I got is one I absolutely love. It's great if you pull it out of the garden, wash it up, and slice it in half and toss it on the grill. And that is this I'm going to mispronounce this, I'm sorry. Tropina lunga onion. It gets really long and fat, and it is super sweet and yummy. I love this one. My husband likes the big bulb onions, but I love this, especially if you toss it on the grill. He has this weird thing where his complaint about this is it's sweet. He's like, red onions should be pungent. I'm like, yeah, but I really like this one. So I grow this one because I like it. Okay, move those because I'm going through the onions first, not the other. Well, one's an onion family, and the other one I decided to grow because it's from the same region as because that's the Italian onion, that Tropina lunga. So I decided I'd get this. It's called Onion Round Tropia. And you guys are really lucky because this is looking backwards to me and I can read backwards. It's one of the weird skills that comes in handy for YouTube videos. And this is another Italian. It comes from the same region. And since the Tropina lunga do so well in this area, I figured, hey, give this a try. See if it does as good as the other ones. And it's another red, sweet, round onion. I don't know how big it gets. I've seen videos, but that's videos from regions by people who've been growing this for years. This is my first year, so we'll give this a try. Hopefully it turns out as good as the other one. If so, it might become a staple. Okay, so the two that are of the onion family I got. And then there's this one. It's going to take a while to explain. So it's still over here. I'm not forgetting. The other onion family member I'm growing is, I watch a lot of allotment. Okay. The guy who does the massive potato harvest, Dan, with Allotment Diary. I think that's the name of it. I'll try to remember to link it in the description below. Best I can. But is this. The Zebrune shallot. These do really good for me also. They get pretty much big chicken leg, and they're a milder onion. They're in the shallot family, so they're a shallot, actually. Shallot. I'm a redneck. They're shallot. But they're a banana type shallot, so I like growing these because they get big. I've grown shallots in the past. They're nice. It's just they're really small and fiddly, and they store well, but I like these because they get really big and rose-colored, and they taste good. Actually, sometimes I can't tell the difference between these and the Tropina lunga, which is kind of sad. And then the other one I got is I love leek and potato soup. I got the recipe from Julia Child's French cookbook. Super easy recipe. Kids even love it. And so this year I'm growing some giant Musselburgh leeks. These usually do well for me. I get slight onion minors. I don't know. It's some sort of bug that gets down inside of them, but it doesn't hurt them that bad, and they're usually pretty resilient. So I grow these. I don't harvest them in the winter. I harvest these in like the fall or around the time I harvest the other onions. So I just pull them up, use them as I need them. Or if my husband's like, we need to pull those out. Okay. So I pull them out and we eat them. Just chop them up and freeze them like all the other onions. So I'm growing those. And the other thing I got a little bit early because I live in Ohio. And, oh crud. Okay. I live in Ohio. One sec. Mouth was getting dry. I live in Ohio, so we have you have to have certain kind of melons and watermelons for fall, for the shorter season, because we don't have quite long enough a growing season to do watermelons in that, or at least I haven't succeeded at it. But I find if I do like the small varieties that only take like 60, 70 days, I can get a melon or a watermelon. So this year I'm trying this variety. It's called Jenny Lind. And it's pretty much 1-2 pound cantaloupe. And my mother-in-law is excited about this because I'm going to give her some. And we both like the fact that they're small, easy, meal-sized melons. So, and around here, hopefully this does well, because around here we have a problem with squash bugs. I hate those things. I always mean to spray for them. Yes, I know it's not organic, but when you have infestation level, yeah. So, go and try those. And last of all, I'm going to try... Okay, this is my 3rd year with these, and you've heard the saying, 3 strikes and you're out. Last attempt for these Elsa Craig onions. These are the ones that get to be 5 pounds. Mine have been the size of golf balls. I have no idea what I'm doing wrong. I've had them 1 year not even sprout for me. So this is my last attempt. This year I'm doing them right. I'm starting them after Christmas. In a grow room. In the basement. Under lights. Going to start them down there. Let them grow. Plant them out in... into March. Early April. They should still be fine, even though it's cold. But it shouldn't be too bad. We'll just wait and see. But yes. Last year... to attempt to grow these stupid onions. I really want to grow these. So, these are my Elsa Craig onions. I'm going to use my mint-leader method with these and the others and see if I can get a 5-pound onion. That is my goal. Will I get there? I have yet to ever get a 5-pound onion. I'm happy if I get them this big. That is my goal, get them this big. So, we will see how that goes. That is my microgreens update and my seed purchase. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. Tell me what you think. Tell me if I'm crazy. Well, I already know that, but hey. I'll talk to you later. I'll give you an update on these in a few days, and thanks for watching. Bye.